Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my first ever Final Fantasy 16 video, and it is for the Rising Tide DLC. I never did the story mode, or I didn't do the other DLC. I can't remember what its name is. So we are in a position where we can go and do the DLC. I always made a duplicate save here. We are on Final Fantasy mode, and my current sort of setup, I think we're on Final Fantasy mode. I am level 96. There is a new ability sets, so you can change between them. Now, I currently have the Omega Weapon Reforged, the Fallen Bout +4, and Fallen Bracers +4. Looks like I was doing a little bit of farming last time I was on. Now, I believe there is some new items, so let's go and have a looky look. So we've got the Katana. Some new orchestra rolls, and I think that's it. So there is a new weapon, so shall we have a quick look at that? Let's have a look how it looks. Oh, very nice. But I'm going to be sticking with of course the Omega Weapon Reforged, because there's a huge difference between the two. Now, to access the Rising Tides DLC, you must have the Origin location opened and have completed a certain set of side quests. I think one was priceless, and one I can't quite remember, but you have to have certain DLC, certain parts of the game complete. So here we go. Cid, I shall not waste my time mincing words. Leviathan's dominant is in need of rescue, and despite my innumerable misgivings about joining hands with an outlaw of the highest disrepute, the dame has assured me that there is none better suited to the task at hand. I dare not reveal more, for the fear that this massive could fall into the wrong hands. But if what little I have penned here has kindled your interest, I bid you journey to the Vale in Northreach and inquire with one Layla. She will surely see you satisfied. So we know that the Rising Tide is
lost.
all about Leviathan.
Why now? After all this time.
Why, what now?
No. I'm not sure you'd believe me if I told you.
After all we've been through. I doubt there's anything that could surprise me at this point.
All right then. Rouse Joshua and meet me in the mess. We'll talk there. I see we're all here.
So, what is it this time?
I'm not sure yet. The letter delivered to my chambers omitted a few crucial details.
Do we know its provenance?
That was one of the details it omitted. But whoever the sender was, it seems the dame held them in high enough regard to point them in our direction.
The dame? Well, she's not one to waste our time. It must be important.
Important might be an understatement. If the letter is to be believed, Leviathan's dominant is in danger, and someone wants us to save him.
Leviathan?
So the Warden of Water has finally returned. What has it been? 100 years?
More. The Lost moniker dates back at least that long. Even our venerable lawsman would not have been so much as a glint in his father's eye when last the mighty serpent brought his crashing waves to bear upon the realm.
But why the gap? I know it can be a few years before a new dominant's born. But over a century?
Should the dominant of Water's bloodline have been severed somehow, it could have prevented a new dominant from awakening.
But if one has awakened now, he couldn't have chosen a worse time. Every nation in the realm has lost its dominant. If word gets out that there is still one to be had, they will stop at nothing to claim it for their own.
And the twins will be at war again, just when humanity most needs to come together. Did the letter say anything else?
Only that if I wish to know more, we must meet in person. And that the Veil can arrange a meeting.
If nothing else, you can be certain it ain't a trap.
Famous last words. I'm coming with you.
As am I.
Thank you. Both of you. And Otto?
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on things here. Didn't fancy coming anyway.
Thank you. I shall leave the Invincible in your capable hands.
Okay, so let's embark on this journey. Now it's been a good little while since I've played 16, so I'm gonna have to try and get my bearings back again, the locations and the battle style, because I've been playing Rebirth. They do have much different battle mechanics, and I do need to see whether or not I actually have any healing stuff. So while I'm here, I will just nip to the shop.
And what can I do for you?
Because last fight I did was against Omega Weapon, and I did use everything I had, so there we go. Let's buy these and make sure that I have got enough healing items ready to go.
And how might I help the garrison today?
Looks like you've got a first.
And I'm kind of just hoping that the fight comes back to me pretty easy, the way it works.
The Veil, my lord?
I'm looking for a Layla.
You found one. So, will your friends be joining in, or just watching?
Oh dear.
We're not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
What you do with your time is up to you. The price is still the same.
We're here about the letter.
Oh, sorry. I suppose you'll be wanting to know who wrote it then.
Among other things.
Look, I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Specifically?
A location, north of town, on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay. There you'll find a tent, and the woman who can answer your questions.
And that's all? Nothing else?
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand. I
do really love how dark 16 is, and you know, it's quite rude.
Does anyone
and
else think it's strange that this woman should prefer to keep to
and
the
everything.
outskirts of town?
Not if she realizes the value of the information she's party to.
And the danger it puts her in.
So let's head to the quest location. Out the gates this way. I suppose I get a bit of practice with a little bit of combat before I head over, because like I said, it's been a little while since I've done any combat with this game. So let's right. So it's square was just mashing, yeah. And then oh, for some reason I haven't got anything on with Phoenix Shift, so that's something for me to look at. And oh, I haven't got any summons on at the moment. That's it's a bit odd. Right, okay, so that probably a good job. I did have a little bit of a battle, so let's oh right, that's because I've put a second set on. So what have I got? I've got Odin, Shiva and Bahamut. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I think that was my last setup. I was quite happy with that, so we'll stay with that. I think it's actually fairly easy to get back into the fight. How do I lock on again? Oh yes, I use Anzacutin then as well. So yeah, I just need to get back into the fight sequences.
The tent is where Layla said it would be.
Yes, but who awaits us inside?
It's empty. Why am I not surprised? A boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to. The embers are still warm.
So you're Sid.
I suppose I must be. Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Motes of Water.
The Motes of Water.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born. A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
Vanished. Was exterminated. Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive. Though we've managed to keep that fact hidden from good Krieger's faithful for over a century.
Along with Leviathan's dominant.
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
The Surge. Only that it's been there a long time.
Since the fall of Drake's Eye almost a century ago. Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty.
So in other words, you know nothing. Not that I'll hold it against you. The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage. Moments before the waters were stayed, and the Icon and its dominant bound within.
And you want us to?
Rescue him. Yes. You see, a little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place. And ours is about as unruly as they get. For years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an Icon. Someone just like you. So what do you say? Will you help us?
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born.
Dear.
But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
As do we all. Very well. Far-fetched though your tale may seem, something tells me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that. I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay? My people await you there.
Lead the way.
Okay, so we are going to head to the Lost Cloak.
All right, you might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it. Watch.
That was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
You do know what a glamour is, don't you? Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day. And that concludes our little voyage. We're here. It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one. I hope you're up for a climb.
Finally.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Of course it is.
Okay, so let's head to the village. I'm sure I will get a little bit of practice fighting
Watch yourself,
again.
Sid.
Anyway.
This path can be treacherous. If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Thank you for the warning. And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Shula, that I have no such aliases.
Is that so, Lord Margrace?
It's all the same to me. I was wondering when they'd pick up our scent.
Stand back.
Ooh, these are level 100.
Oh, will you now?
Nice.
Shall I keep my axe and spells to myself
Let's use a cheeky Judgment Bolt. Like I said, I'm a little bit rusty with the fight. It is a bit of a hack and slash, let's face it. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Oh, okay, falling down there. Right, we're going to just switch
Earlier
to...
you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
Since when did a bearer ever need crystals?
But then, where is your brand?
Waiting for me in Sunbreck, if I ever get careless.
Then it's in for a long wait.
So these are also level 100. It's a good job I'm around level 97. Nice.
We're almost at the summit. From there, you'll have a better view of our home. Few have ever set eyes on what I'm about to show you. Just so you know.
This is not what I expected.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
Ow.
It's been a long time since I saw the North looking so
Alive. How
I'm
is-
sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here, if you'd care to accompany me. Let's get ourselves in front of a fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
beautiful.
So one thing I've got to say
Keep it that way.
about 16 is I am so utterly impressed with the way it looks. Playing through the original game, it was absolutely gorgeous. So much detail they put into building it, and absolutely incredible. And I can actually kind of see a difference between 16 and Rebirth, and I think 16 slightly better in regards to the way the landscape looks, but hey, at the end of the day it doesn't necessarily matter. It's more about the story and the gameplay. So I've played almost every Final Fantasy, and I'm never ever disappointed.
If the surge was an act of rage,
One wonders what prompted it.
Look at the incredible detail on that. Beautiful. Oh yeah, this was one of my favourite tactics. Will-o'-the-Wisp and the lightning rod. And I'm so used to using circle to dodge. It's catching me off guard a little bit. But some good experience points, certainly. I know being on Final Fantasy mode does make that huge difference anyway.
could we not have spared ourselves the mountain crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay?
Is there anything hiding down here? I'm not going to venture too far off the main narrative.
On evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
Outsiders? Well, I never. Look at the size of that dog.
All right now, back to your duties.
I love how they all have a Geordie accent. It's brilliant.
You'll have to forgive my people their curiosity. We don't get many visitors. Or any, truth be told.
It must make me think, like, because I'm here from the UK, you meet people like this all the time, Geordies, Scousers, Brummies, whatever you want. But if you're playing this in the US or Australia or whatever, are the voice actors the same? Can anyone confirm that? Do you have these characters playing with a Geordie accent, or are they playing with a different accent? Because it must be a little bit mind-blowing for the other players around the world, like for someone maybe from New York playing it and hearing a Geordie accent, possibly for the first time.
Then we are honored to be the first.
This is quite extraordinary. Like stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of Southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear ours. That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import. We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you. We'll do just that.
Okay, so we need to visit the Witten Hall.
That'll be them then.
Look! That one's got a black...
Intruders!
Oh, do you think he bites?
Do you think he bites?
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods? It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. Us and Walyas.
This man, Walyas, is he Leviathan's dominant?
That's right. Though he's no man, Walyas is still a baby.
A baby?
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his icon were bound inside the Surge almost a century ago. That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
I'm sorry.
Walyas was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the Icons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village if my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the Surge.
Are you bound for the Wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case, I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
That's very kind. I look forward to meeting the family.
The feeling's mutual.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
Our storehouse lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find what you need there. Though we will have to ask you for...
Okay, so I believe there's going to be some side quests here in the village, and that there is a trophy for that. But for now, I'm going to just be focusing on the main story and heading to see what Leviathan's got going on. So I will probably do... I'm not saying I will, but probably do a side quest video after. Now guys, like I said at the start, this is actually my first 16 video. So if you do want me to go back and play through the main game and maybe do some more videos on that, please do let me know.
There's a pair of ships just up ahead.
Ships? But are we not still leagues from the shore?
The quickest route to the Surge is due east, past the second galley.
Shula, how did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an Icon of Water gets angry?
Really, brother, did you have to ask?
Still getting some good XP here from the battles, so nice. We should still be able to level up a little bit, hopefully, before we get to Leviathan. Ooh, look, there's 3 separate paths here. So that means the map's going to open up a little bit too. Let's just have a... I don't want to go too far off the path. But it's still nice to explore a little bit, and a couple of fights wouldn't help along the way. Like I said, these are level 100, so I've got no idea what level Leviathan will be. Let's go with a cheeky Earthen Fury. Oh yeah, I think we are straying a little bit here, but I don't think we'll be able to go any further. The bridge looks like it's out. Can I cut back through?
We won't find Walius this way. The sea lies behind us.
Right, so no, we can't cut back through. Right, back on track. It's a fair old map. Tombury Creepers. Oh dear God, this is a Tombury.
Foul creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone.
And they look awful. Oh my God, they look...
Knives, it seems.
They just look that little bit creepy. Good experience points, so, but my God, did those Tombury Creepers look really, really odd. I like how they've kind of stayed with the Tombury feature all the way through Final Fantasy, and they were just a different take on how the Tombury should probably look. And to be fair, yeah, these enemies do look a little bit more realistic anyway, so some giant spiders and stuff. Ooh. Let's go with the Giga Flare. I forgot about all these. Still a little bit rusty with the old gameplay.
It's not far now.
We're on the right track. Wow.
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge that'll take us across to the cape.
Look at that. They've got some sort of protective beam or something that goes all the way to it. Wowzers.
Might I inquire about the Ray of Light?
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea. And Dwalius by his people.
I think they've done something possibly to the damage output in the updates, because I noticed that, like, even at sort of like level 100 I was only doing a couple of hundred damage. It seems to be a minimum of 1,000 sort of now, which is nice, because, you know, we should be doing that sort of damage by now. I'm so used to pressing circle to dodge at the moment. Might as well use it, I've got it.
You said before that the child is bound within the Surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The Surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
All right. It won't be the first Dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
Cheeky. Okay, so it looks like we're going in to it. Let's go.
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Walyus's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to. To show him that he isn't alone, and that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes. The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
Does the light point the way to the child?
It does indeed.
Amazing landscape.
Look at all the droplets of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
It's not right.
No. It's not.
I think I'm going to have to change my setup before we head in to Leviathan. Mainly because Odin's not great for boss fights. Ooh, wow.
Down in the center. Follow me.
Huh, it really is a baby.
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear. And I was old enough to understand what was happening. One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallace's icon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
I don't know. It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control. But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Very well. Do what you must. And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight. Hush now. It's going to be all right.
Is it done?
I think so. I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong. He wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
So do I get to change to Leviathan? Can you just look like- So it has like a Zanzakuten gorge, I guess. Or use Serpent's Cry, press R1 again, will dodge, of course. Okay, well, I suppose we need to have a go.
Maggie, but a formidable adversary nonetheless.
Oh, look. It has friends.
Right, we need to get just used to the. I'm just trying to get used to the abilities. Taking a good bit of damage, so let's go into. Ah, circle's not. I keep wanting to dodge, but it's not dodge, is it? It's pretty strong though, from what I can see. Do we have to do it in that circle? Ah, here we go. Right, okay. So we have to do it in that circle. Actually, pretty decent. Right, so that does like there we go. If you charge it up a bit, it does a fairly decent attack. But it's also like you don't have your sword abilities while you're Leviathan. Just taking a little bit of getting used to, that's all. Nice, 2.9 million. And leveled up to 97. My main problem is because I'm still using circle to dodge.
He seems calmer now.
Because I'm so used to
You said
rebirth.
Alias was frozen in time. But he knew we were here. How?
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
The child has been bound for nigh on a century. If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but... there's more to this tale. It would be better if I explained back at the village.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
I'm sorry, Walias. I will make this right. So, part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it? Does it hurt?
No. Not anymore, anyway.
Good. because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Of course.
Okay, so I just want to have a quick look at Leviathan's abilities. Now, I don't quite know what's happened, but I think I've got a lot of ability points to spend. I've got 43,000, and I don't know if something's glitched or what. But let me tell you, I am going to take advantage of that. So, Abyssal Tear. Rip open a slowly expanding gateway to the murky depths of the sea, and when the timing is right, summon forth an abyssal storm that hones in on all enemies. Serpent's Cry. So that's the one that we've already got. We're going to master that. That actually is pretty good. I do like that. That's the long range rapid one. And what's this one? So Cross Swell, we've already got that as well. But I want to see, I'm presuming Tsunami is his ultimate attack. So awesome. I've got nothing else there to level up. I don't know what's happened with the abilities, of course, but why I've got all these points, I don't know. But certainly taking advantage of it. So let's just go and swap. We're going to swap Odin for Leviathan. And we're going to, I think I'm going to get rid of Cross Swell and use Tsunami. I want to maybe give that a go instead of Deluge. Why not? We'll give it a go. Right, so let's head back. See, that one there's got a plus on it. And that one's got a plus on it as well. Normally the side quests don't have pluses on it unless they're actually going to give you something. So that's going to be interesting to see what they give you. But at the moment, like I said, this is just about the Rising Tide story.
To understand the spell which binds Walius, you must first know who we are, and what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity.
This tapestry
Is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago. But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the Imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend, revealing how to make your very own Mother Crystal.
I've heard that one before.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. and the heavens provided.
A dominant. Well, yes.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late. As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell. That even though she should die, her legacy might live on. So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal, and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals. So we know the seal's source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the Dome of Light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the Surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place. And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Then I shall stay. The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Very well. We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
The Vare is not easy to find. We must first head north, and then west, deeper into the forest.
Okay, cool. So let's just make a save. Just a couple of saves as well, actually. I do like to have a backup. Right, let's head out. We've now got a few side quests appearing in the village. I believe there's 10 side quests.
Hail, stranger.
And once everyone left me in peace.
So I presume we're going to head up this way this time.
Before, we turned east at the shipwrecks to reach the coast. Now we must head in the opposite direction.
Left it is, then.
Those won't be friendly.
Let's... Oh, see, this time I've got sword abilities even with Leviathan on. So... I wonder if it's because I need to do that. Right, I get it now. I get it now. Right, I get it now. So you can still have sword abilities. I was just constantly using that form. So just have another cheeky go at that. See, this is really, really strong. I'm liking it. And it's nice and easy to refill once you actually get a moment just to figure it out. Right, so let's head this way. Yes, I do like Leviathans.
There's a large gate up ahead, and beyond it, a cluster of ancient ruins. The temple, or the Heir of Hours as my people call it, can only be reached by passing through them.
Expect a good couple of fights on the way. Yeah, what I like about this as well is that you can do distance, so it's pretty cool. And hopefully I can just find
with life, most of it hungry.
a couple of
Which is why we
potions or
make sure
something
this
on the
gate
way
stays
just to
shut.
top back up.
And why you carry that impressive looking axe, I presume.
Noticed her, have you?
The temple is up there.
Don't worry, those cliffs aren't the only way to the top.
Ooh, rubber crab. We're certainly doing more damage now with the swords, definitely. Let's have a see what that is. So how do we use this? It's building up. I can see it building up, but how do we actually use it? Is it like hold square or something? Let's give it another go this time. So let's just try and build some up. You see the gorge on the left hand side. Now, is it a matter of pressing square, holding square? Is it going to just do it off its own back? Just let it build up and see what happens. Oh, okay. So you have to press it again. You have to press L2 and square, R2 and square again.
Are these the ruins?
Yes. As far as we can tell, they're part of the same complex as the temple itself.
To think of all the people who must once have lived here.
So there's a couple of areas off the sides here. I wonder if there is any hidden chests or anything like that just knocking about. I keep wanting to just roll. So I'm going to give this one another go and see how it works. That's if we don't kill them off first. There you go. Let's have it. Oh, nice! It is a really nice move. Awesome. Oh, hello. Who's this beast? It's like a curl. It is. It's a temple curl. It's I'm liking this a lot, and I want to see what Tidal Wave does. Wow, pretty cool move. Let's focus on getting rid of this bad boy now. And trying to get a little bit of health back as well. Oh shit. Yeah, that was a much bigger attack than I anticipated. Definitely going to have to think about going for a couple of more potions and stuff. Not even worth the XP there. Definitely need to stock up on potions. Yeah, I'm not sure that was worth the fight there, to be fair, guys. But it gives me a little bit of practice with the Leviathan and stuff as well. Let's keep moving in the right way. sorted. Okay, so let's keep heading this way.
These remind me of home.
You're from the north, then?
Yes.
Oh, and there's another bloody curl up
No.
here.
I see.
Well, at least we kind of know what to expect this time.
Nice try.
And I actually think using Shiva is a really good tactic against this guy.
Nice try.
And we're just going to go all out and use everything just to get through this fight. We're doing a hell of a lot of damage against him. 178,000. Oosh, I managed to dodge it. Oh my god, no I haven't. Okay, so that is an awful move. For a standard fight. No, come on. I've got to fight. I'm not fighting him again. I'm just going to run past him now. I'm sorry, but that's one thing I don't like about this one, is that if they go out of the fight range, they go back to being full health. Not after I've just spent all that time taking him out and using my potions again. Is he still following me? Bloody hell.
Do you see that cave up ahead? Whoever lived here carved a flight of stairs into the stone within.
A way to the top.
And whatever it is that awaits us there.
Okay. So let's go. Maybe.
There. The temple that time forgot.
And the Varys inside.
Yes. You can see the spell's path from the nave.
What is it?
I don't know. It's probably nothing.
Forgive me, but why build the Vare here?
The spell was originally meant to be cast on Drake's Eye, and this was the only place with an unbroken line of sight.
Oh, more of these Tonbury things. Oh, Tonbury
Race
Hexa
like
this
to
time.
think these ruins are their own.
They look none too pleased to see us.
I'm liking this move. So if you didn't notice, I did go back and get get some wares just before coming into here. Okay. Oh, 2 million experience points for that fight. Nice. So my presumption is this is not going to be the easiest area in the game at all. Typical that I've just brought some potions and now we're getting potions. The Will of Water, nice. Oh, that's a big sword. That's a big knife. Okay. Oh god. Master Tombury. We're going to make sure we're staying away from that knife. Let's wait until we get him staggered. And then we'll unleash pretty much everything we've got on him in one go. Why not? Everything we've got. Everything we've got. $178,000 8,000 damage. I'm getting back to the fighting skills now. That I had previously, so starting to come together a little bit again. I'm really liking this Leviathan icon. And it is super strong. Awesome. And that was worth almost 3 million experience.
That could have been worse.
Very nice. Certainly getting back
Taught
towards
me anything, is that
how the
there's
fighting
always
was now.
something worse.
Oh, hello. And what I like about this one as well is that it does hit multiple. Something's healing them though, so I need to figure out what's healing them here. See that bad boy? Something's healing them and I can't work it out. Problem is because there's loads of because there's loads of enemies. Right, we're going to go with Tidal Wave and just see if we can't get rid of some of these and figure out who's actually healing them. Okay, didn't need to. Tidal Wave just took them completely out. Beautiful. Level 98 now. Worth another 1 million experience points. Something was curing them. I couldn't work out which one, but hey, it didn't really matter. Let's face it, Tidal Wave absolutely ripped them apart then. Oh god, another couple of temple growls. Honestly guys, and I'm not sure if I want to fight these or whether or not I've got an option. Seems that you can move, avoid that move then. I want to get Tidal Wave on them, but I want to get them when they're both within the picture, so it's doing damage to both of them. So let's go, let's do it. We're both here. Oh, I'm not sure it's even called Tidal Wave, it's called Tsunami, isn't it? Let's face it. That's got rid of one. That's got rid of them both, actually, really quickly that time. Okay, cool. It seems that I was going to have to fight them, because I couldn't go through here otherwise. Nice, refilled back for potions and stuff like that too.
Is that the nave?
Just inside the dome, yes. But it's what's out here that worries me.
Oh, here we go.
And there I was thinking they'd all migrated south.
The weaker ones did.
The weaker ones. Did you hear that, Sid?
Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. Big fight after big fight, to be fair. In this DLC. That is an awesome, awesome move.
What's wrong with its skin?
You don't want to be around to find out. Get back.
So the good thing about this Leviathan as well is that you can fight from a distance. Oh, I actually didn't mean to do Tidal Wave then. Tsunami. He's done now. Not a lot I can do about it. We've got plenty of stuff to go at when he's staggered anyway. There we go, he's staggered, so let's go. Oh, well, I've done that a little bit too far away from him. And we'll go with a Giga Flare as well. And we'll also go with... I keep pressing the wrong button, I keep curing myself even though I don't need to. Because I'm so used to pressing left and right, switching characters on Final Fantasy Rebirth. It's catching me off guard, I'm not going to lie. Got to keep an eye on my health here. At least I remember how to cure. Got to avoid this toxic stuff on the ground. Fair old fight. I'm going to start loading this up now, because we're not far from another stagger here, and I think once we get him staggered, we'll be good for another, good for the kill. There we go. So now we'll go Tsunami. There we go. 146,000 damage. Lovely jubbly. And 3.1 million experience points. Cool.
This place. It's frozen. Just like the surge.
Another of my ancestors' sins. Shall we?
I think it was a big old spider on there then.
The blue veil shows the extent of the spell's reach.
I can feel its ether from here.
Let's see what happens in this part then.
Shula, wait. Before we cross the threshold, I'd like to know a little more about how these magics work. I assume we'll be safe from their influence.
We won't grind to a halt, if that's what you mean. The spell only affects the things that were present at the moment it was cast. But if we can enter, that means other things can as well.
Like the ones we saw on the way here.
And worse, probably.
Is this Leviathan's doing?
Well, it certainly wasn't ours. When he realized my ancestors were attempting to cast a spell from here, he made to destroy the temple.
And almost did by the looks of it.
Right, so I presume we just head into there. Maybe not. So is this actually the correct way? Was I going the right way first go? I only went over there to pick up that.
I could, but they are.
Then why is it so cold in here?
Just what we need, bombs. Oh. God, I'm taking a bit of damage here. Well, let's go with Tidal Wave and just see if we can't do what we did last time. Apart from the fact it targeted one. So the only problem with Giga Flare is it's a targeted attack. Oh, okay, yeah, he got me then. I did not expect that. So yeah, the bombs are pretty strong. But luckily it looks like you just pretty much carry on from where he was. Okay. Not bad, not bad. 1.4 million. Not missing any items. I'm not going to cut out that game over. That's how it is sometimes. I'm really liking that move. That move is awesome. Okay, are we looking that way or are we looking this way? I think this is just an item here. High potion, always good to get potions, you know. That was the only downfall I found to 16, was the fact that this happened. Oh, here we go. We have another Master Tombury, do we? Let's go into limit. And let's go into, yeah, let's do a tsunami. Let's just try and clear off some of these guys. So that we're only left with possibly the Creeper and the Master Tombury. I think he's still around. There he is, yeah. He's nearly gone, right, and let's see if we can get him staggered, and then once we've got him staggered, let's do some serious damage to him. Get this built up ready for the stagger. And we've also got another tsunami, so let's just go all out here, guys. Absolutely no need to do anything but go all out. And let's finish him off now with Giga Flare. 96,000. Oh, new enemies are approaching. Awesome. Just what we really didn't need to finish off here. Beautiful. And that was worth 2.1 million.
This would have been a hall of worship. There was something similar in my father's keep.
I presume it's up
Priests would
these
deliver their
stairs.
sermons from the dais.
Oh, maybe not. Yeah, God, we've got more of this curls.
Pass. It's all right. We'll get through this.
I want to try and get rid of these little guys first. do some damage to that curl. Okay, so now we've just got this bad boy to do. We're going to get him staggered, and once we've got him staggered, we'll do some damage to him. That's if he doesn't kill me first. Let's go with some damage dealing moves again. And of course, more enemies are approaching, just to give us that little bit of extra fun. We're going to watch out for that bloody move again. I've come to learn that move. Certainly not made it an easy DLC, which is good. Not saying it's not. Oh god, I just got out of the way of that again. Let's get rid of this now. Doing my head in. See what Giga Flare does to finish him off now. That's one. And that's two. Done. Boom. And we're hitting level 99. Nice.
The path is clear.
One last climb then.
I get the feeling there's going to be a pretty hard boss up here at the top.
By the Founder.
It's just as I thought.
Jill. Does this ether not feel somehow?
Familiar, yes. I sensed it the moment we arrived, though I wasn't sure until now. You can feel it too, can't you, Clive? She's calling us.
You don't mean the witch?
I do. Though she was more than that. Much more. She was a dominant. A dominant who once commanded the icon that now resides in both me and Clive.
Of course. I don't know why I didn't see it. Who else would have the power to freeze time?
None other than Shiva herself. But for her ether to endure after all these years, it's almost as if...
Yeah, I knew there was going to be some sort of fight.
As if she shared it with another, just as Torgal shared in my ice.
Shiva's companion. Though something tells me he's not as friendly as ours.
Okay,
Ancestors never warned us about this.
Timekeeper, let's go.
I doubt they even knew it existed.
Eesh, some big, big moves. And we're going to do a nice big move of our own. Let's get that loading up. I think the idea is we're going to try and stay away from this dude. We're going to get him staggered. Once we get him staggered, we are going to unleash everything at the same time. So I'm gonna go with this for now, and then allow it just to build back up, ready to go again. For the stagger. And I am going to stay away from the dude. Easiest thing to do. Easiest thing to do. Let's get this ready for that stagger again. Oh, hello.
Why won't it yield?
Because it would sooner die than fail its mistress.
Then it leaves us no choice.
And of course I'm not going to get that stagger. That's annoying. That's really annoying. So I'm going to have to build that stagger again. Oh, caught me. Always seems to catch me when I'm trying to refill. get this move going. I think I could pull off a tidal wave, a tsunami, and then have it recharged, ready for the stagger this time. I think that's an idea. You get out of that circle. Eee, that was a big old move, weren't it? God, this dude. And don't forget, I am on Final Fantasy mode here, so it does make it a little bit tougher. Ooh, he got me. Oh, that's a big move coming now. Oh, managed to get out of it. He's almost staggered now. Let's get this guy down. Oh, I need to get out of that circle. Oh my god. Come on, come on, come on. Oof. Oof. Thought that was going to be a... That was going to take me down then. Right, he's staggered. So let's go with everything we've got here. Also hit him with the tsunami. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. Let's get that going again. 192,000. Is there going to be a third phase of this fight though? Can't do anything currently. Oh. Let's get into limit break mode and yeah, keep my health up, keep my health up. Oh my god. Yeah, this dude in the third phase of this fight is incredible. Freezing you every... Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, yeah.
By the moment.
Then we better cut this short.
I'm trying to cut it short. It. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, this is a tough fight, guys. Gotta keep moving. Try and just use some of my abilities now, just to slow him down a little bit. Was out of range for the tsunami? God damn! I don't think I'm going to get another chance to stagger him right at this moment, so I'm going all out with everything I've got. If I'm honest. All the abilities and everything. Final oath. Oh, this is going to be a horrible move. Oh my god! I'm running out of potions here, guys. Ah! Stop pressing the wrong button. Right, let's see what we can do. Let's build some more abilities back up. I'm not bothered about trying to get him staggered right now. It's more of a let's hit him with everything we have possibly got. Where is he? Behind me. Let's hit him with another mega flare, and we've still got vent on as well. Right, let's go Mega Flare. And we're also going to go Vent as well. We're almost there, guys. Move out of the way. Oh my god. What a hell of a fight. Oh my shit, oh my god, I've just used everything I've got there. Let's get back into limit break. Oh, we've got him staggered. Oh my god, right at the end. And we got him. What a fight. What an absolute fight that was, guys. Wow. 3.5 million experience points too. Jesus Christ, that was a fight. Awesome.
Well, let's destroy it and put an end to this.
Wait. The spell must be weakened, not undone.
Isn't that what we came here for?
Did you ever stop to wonder what might happen to the tidal surge if I unraveled the whole spell at once? I didn't think so. This is going to require a bit more finesse. From wind and light, water and earth, let the silent pall of mine ice. There's too much ether. Here. Let me help. Let us help. think so. The thread connecting this place to the child should be broken. Meaning Walyas should finally be...
free once more. Leviathan, our most profaned fragment, its divinity defiled by the hand of man, its spirit shackled by his hubris, till Mythos came, bringing release. Now, let the sins of man be redeemed by the hand of the servant of God.
Damn it.
It's happening. Isn't it?
It is.
What is? What's going on?
Precisely what we feared. Leviathan is out of control.
No.
Don't despair. This isn't over yet. You should head back to the village and get everyone to higher ground. As for the rest... the rest, Ifrit will handle. After 80 years of imprisonment, I'd be angry too. But I can't let it end like this, Walyas. It's time for you to come home.
Okay, so annoyingly, you can't you can fast travel out of here, but if you do, you have to do the whole section we've just done again. So I've got to kind of hope that this sort of thing's going to happen and we're going to restock our inventory on the way back up, because otherwise really not in a good place. And these are going to be painful to try and keep at bay, I think. On the way up, so let's do our best. I literally hope that we get enough potions and everything, high potions too, to get through Leviathan. It's a matter of trying to do it with taking 0 damage through this run up towards Leviathan. Hopefully they'll drop some nice potions and stuff too. At the moment, it doesn't seem to be going that way. We've got 2 of each. I am very worried about it, I'm not going to lie.
It's all right. I heard you the first time.
Just going into what I presume is the final boss fight of this DLC, with no healing items is not going to be fun.
I'm not here to hurt you, Wallius!
Fuck. That was too close.
Enough!
Oof, Leviathan is very strong.
No more hiding.
Wallius!
Leviathan looks awesome.
This isn't what I wanted! I only hope you can forgive me.
Oof. Like some of these moves are kind of unmissable. Bloody hell, I'm not even halfway through the fight yet. I've already used pretty much everything I've got. Bloody hell. How much damage is Leviathan? How much health has Leviathan got? So we're going to see if we can learn his movesets a little bit here. I'm going to use these two. I think it's going to be a long time of being staggered by any means, so these moves are going to do some serious damage pretty quickly. get out of the way of this move if possible. Well, unfortunately, he caught me. Did a fair old attack there, but hey. These bubbles, water cannon things are easy enough to move away from. And we're going to dodge there, and we're going to do a triangle counter. Hit him with another one of them attacks. By Riptide, you can actually avoid taking damage if you dodge through the wave. See if we can do some serious damage to Leviathan here. Right, here we go. Let's go in with this move again. So we need to make sure we are avoiding it best we can, or absorb the damage. It's not a move that 100% kills yet, but you do need to really make the best effort to avoid Water Jet. Salt Spray is easy enough to avoid. Get out of the way for this one again. I think literally once he's done Salt Spray, it's time to move. Just keep dodging or using Wildfire. Ooh, God, I got caught in them that time. Just try and take his stagger bar down, but also allowing our special moves there to build back up. So that we've got him ready for when he's staggered. Almost at half health now. We must be going into the next phase very soon. Okay, we've got him staggered this time. Almost at half health now. Almost 5 million damage. I suspect he's going to use that move again now. Here we go. So we need to be... Oh, here we go. Next phase, hopefully.
Tired, Leviathan.
Okay guys, this is not an easy fight at all. Just hit him straight with the Spitfire. And then run towards him and keep just spamming that triangle button on the way. And when you get there, hit him with a Brimstone, and then it's combo after combo if you can get it. Just keep building it up. Hit him with a second brimstone if you can, just before he does that. And wherever you are, as soon as that second Spitfire comes, just hit it. Whatever's happening on the battlefield, just try and hit it. And then again, back to it, hitting him with the fireballs on the way, avoiding as much damage as possible. Not that damage is really going to matter too much, it's more about slowing you down. Hit him with a third brimstone, and then combos. And the concentration is unreal. Just keep doing whatever you can to penetrate this bloody dome. You're not going to do this first go, I wouldn't imagine. And if you do, well done. But I can tell you, this has taken me many a goes now, and hopefully we can get through on this one. We must have missed a couple of hits somewhere. Okay, so he has killed me a little bit further down the line from the fight, but it was kind of pointless to be showing you the whole bit of him killing me because it's painful, and it's quite a long section of the fight up to where he killed me, so we're going to just keep battling it out with him. This is probably one of the most painful boss fights I've ever done in any Final Fantasy. So we're just going to keep tanking him. And watch out for Riptide. If you kind of stay in the middle and let it come to you, you can dodge that. I figured that one out. We are going to hit him here with a Spit Flare, because he's a little bit off staggered again at the minute, so it's kind of pointless just wasting it. You might as well use the bloody thing. So he likes to use Maelstrom a few times. Water Jet, he likes to use that again. So over to the right hand side is the way you really want to go. I figured that. Salt Spray is not too bad and easy enough to dodge. And then he does this lunging move at you, which again is easy enough to dodge. And then just keep trying to DPS him down. Tail Whip. Might hit you with another Maelstrom, so you can effectively block it. I've done it a few times, and not every time, I'm not going to lie. As you can see there, there was no blocking involved in that one, but I'm just trying to hold on to as many firelights as I can, ready for the next phase of the fight. Try and do some damage to him now that he's staggered, because the next phase really is not nice at all, guys. I'm not going to lie here. So just keep doing what you can, because it's going to go to the next phase any moment. Try and stay around the middle and then start dodging, but and he might still bloody get you. That's the problem. It's a very frustrating fight. Now you think at this point this is actually the next phase of the fight. It's really not. This is... I've done this about 6 times at this point. And I don't know if there's any way to dodge it, to block it, or anything. I don't know, I'm going to maybe try jumping into it this time. So he leaves me with one heal again, and Angry Seas is another bloody move. You can't seem to. You might have to jump. So Angry Seas you can actually dodge. But this fight is absolutely relentless. I can't, you look how much health I've got, you just can't do a great deal against him. You've just got to keep being persistent. I've got zero heals. So this is a matter of being pretty much perfect now for the rest of the fight. Dodging. Just trying to DPS him down, to be fair. I hope he doesn't hit another big sort of move that is unavoidable. And let's see if this will finally finish him off. Unbelievably close here to finishing him.
Not this time. If that's what you want.
Smash the square button.
You've had your fun, Leviathan.
Oh, I love it. Wow, that was an incredibly tough fight. Wow, worth 4 million experience points if you're doing it on Final Fantasy mode. Wow, wow.
was quite a tantrum.
Clive! Where is he? Well, yes. He's adorable.
He is now. But did you see him a few moments ago?
Clive, I don't know how to thank you.
It's all right. We should find him a dry blanket, though. Wouldn't want the little monster catching a cold.
One of the most incredible fights I've ever done that. Really, really was. Super, super tough. So good luck if you're doing it on Final Fantasy mode.
There. He's finally asleep.
The poor thing had a long day.
That makes two of us. So, what happens now?
Now? Now, we make things right.
How?
By providing Walyas what he was denied. A place to learn and grow. A family to love and protect him. So that one day, when the wounds in his heart and mind have finally healed, he might decide for himself how he'd like to live the rest of his life. But until then, I'll stay by his side, come what may.
Then he's a lucky boy. And not only because he'll have the best warrior this side of the belt to teach him the battle axe.
She'll do her best.
Shula, the beast that threatened your home is tamed. The empire that threatened your people toppled. Might it not be time to cast off your ancestors' glamour and retake your place in the Twins?
Perhaps. It's not as if we have the crystals to maintain the wall much longer. But are we truly safe? Is the world truly ready to accept us for who we are and what we believe? If I remember rightly, you and yours still choose to remain hidden, do you not?
We do.
Well, your people will always be welcome in Haven, regardless.
As will yours in the hideaway. We're allies now. If there's anything you need from us, supplies, food, equipment, do not hesitate to ask.
It's kind of you to offer. But we'll manage, just as we always have. Besides, I suspect you'll be needing everything at your disposal if you're going to save the world.
I fear much of it is past saving. The best we can do is strive to turn what's left into a world where we can all live as equals.
A noble endeavor. And there'll be a place in this world for us, will there? For Walyas.
For everyone. I swear it.
Then we shall be waiting. Until the tides bear you back to shore.
There we go. That is the Rising Tide complete. Thank you very much for being here. Fair old video, I understand. But that's the complete Rising Tide. I hope you enjoyed it, guys, and thank you very much for sticking with me. Take care, and I will catch you next time. Bye bye.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Well, yes. Only time will tell. But I can certainly think of worse places to spend one's childhood. The Moats of Water are a fine people, and they will take good care of him.
Up by the Vare, Ultima spoke to me. He called Leviathan his most profaned fragment, and told me to redeem the sins that had laid him low.
Is that so? The sins of Wallius's ancestors were grave indeed. To force him to prime at so tender an age.
And to freeze him in time, that he might never know what it was to live.
Yet I doubt either of those crimes was the source of Ultima's displeasure. It was that the Icon's power had been put to another purpose than the one he intended. To him, Leviathan must have seemed an aberration.
Could that be why Ultima made no attempt to lead me to him? The fear that this profaned fragment might corrupt his vessel somehow.
Perhaps. Or perhaps he simply deemed Leviathan surplus to requirements. Having concluded that his vessel might be made to serve his purposes without the full sum of his power.
His purposes? There's no escaping them. Even here. Hidden away in Mysidia, the blessing of the crystals proved nothing but a prison. A prison into which Wallius was born, and from which freedom is hard won. If the world doesn't change, if we don't change it, he'll end up suffering the same fate as every dominant who came before him.
Then we must change it.
That we must.
And we shall.